I have been watching a lot of replays in higher bracket and coached a lot of students and found a similar pattern of mistakes in every game as a support in the laning stage. These mistakes can literally destroy the laning stage single-handedly. First one being the positioning in the lane. As a support, you need to position yourself away from creeps so when you attack the enemy heroes, the creeps don't walk towards you. Bane struggles with lane positioning and trading attacks. While trying to trade attacks, Bane also takes aggro again and again, disrupting the lane equilibrium and taking a lot of damage from the creeps. He even walks into the enemy side of the lane where Void cannot help him, and he puts himself in a position where both the enemy heroes can altogether hit him back, which forces him to stay AFK due to low health. This not only hinders the core's farm but also limits Bane's overall impact. Due to Bane's this move, he sustains unnecessary damage. As a result, Void is left alone until Bane recovers his HP, giving early lane control to Dire's side. The entire situation arises from Bane's bad decision making in the first wave. Instead of hitting Wraith King like that, Bane should have played either at the right side of the lane or the left side of the lane, fighting 1v1 with Pugna and giving Scary an easy time in the lane. By doing that, Bane wouldn't draw creep aggro towards him and his carry can control the wave easily. As a position 5 support, you should always prioritize doing 1v1 with the enemy support. It helps your core to play out the early waves without taking much damage from the enemy support. Blocking the neutral camps should be your priority as a support. When you have the lane control, the only way enemy can take the control back is by pulling the neutral camps. If you block the neutral camp and the enemy dewards it, don't give up on it. Try to block the camp again because not doing so can force you to walk to neutral camp and end up fearing when the enemy pulls the camp. The importance of unblocking the neutral camp can be seen here. Currently, the wave is towards the Radiant side, but Dire managed to pull a creep, which results in Radiant having more creeps in the lane than Dire, which means the lane will be pushed towards the Dire side. This will force the Radiant to play close to Dire side, and the carry will struggle to contest creeps. Having wave close to your tower enables your team to make moves. For example, your support can use twin gates and gank easily, or your mid laner can rotate to your lane. Another important objective in the lane is securing Lotus. If you're stronger than the opponent lane, you should always play for Lotus. The easiest way to secure the Lotus is to push the wave into enemy so you can take it. Supports shouldn't be going to stack or pull at 45 seconds and play for the Lotus with the core. If the enemy team has stun and their heroes are stronger than yours, and you cannot contest the Lotus, in that case, you can give them the Lotus and try to stack the neutrals so you can pull it later and deny the experience from the enemy. But make sure to push the creep wave towards the enemy side when you pull the neutral so the XP is completely denied and they can't walk to the neutral camp. In 90% of the games, the support leaves the core alone in the lane to pull the neutrals and the core overextends in the lane to get the range creeps. That is a perfect opportunity for you to punish the core. In such scenarios, rather than running after the support, you should 2v1 against the enemy core in the lane and punish his greed. Instead of fighting the Jugger when Lich went away, Marcy started running towards the Lich, which gave Jugger a free time in the lane and also Marcy took a lot of damage. Support players don't prioritize healing resources, which makes them stay AFK in the lane after taking some damage. It is always worth getting a healing salve from the courier so you can always have lane presence. Now, this is a similar scenario where the enemy core gets greedy for the range creep, but this time he gets punished. As a support, you can always punish the enemy core when they come to farm the range creep. Make sure to abuse this and win your lane. Lastly, leaving the lane. It is totally worth leaving your lane to punish the enemy if they are diving tower in some other lane. But there are two scenarios to this. If your carry can farm jungle, then it is fine, you can communicate with him and go back to your lane whenever you want to. But if your carry hero cannot farm jungle, for example heroes like Void and Spectre, then you should get back to your lane as soon as possible using twin gates. Because if you leave your carry alone in the lane that cannot farm jungle, it will ruin the lane for him really badly. Ogre decides to make a home at top lane which leaves Spectre in a 1v1 against a ranged hero. This results in Spectre being level 4 at 7 minutes while the enemy offlaner is level 6, and the lead is continuously going to grow for the win because Spectre cannot lane at all. Make sure to give your course a good lane and don't be this ogre. If you're interested in private coaching, you can join my Discord linked in description. Do let me know if you have any feedback, otherwise have a nice day and good luck with your games.